basically just have to be right next to each other.
That's fine.
All right.
We're good?
We're on.
All right, welcome to the I don't like that. It's like all right.
Oh
Sitting
God.
3, 2, 1. Hey, welcome to the Preludes podcast. I'm Taylor.
I'm Anthony.
We are two dudes pursuing a passion, trying to start a business, something we've never done before.
A regular Milo and Otis.
Yeah, hey, we've never done any of the things we're about to do, like get a business loan, if that's something we do, draft a business plan, which we're trying to do, or anything involved in starting a business. We don't even know what all those things are. We just know we're going to try to figure it out. Not our background. What is your background?
Oh man, boy, that's a real zinger. I think within the vocational context.
Professionally, what's your
Okay,
professional
right,
background?
right.
Your
So,
resume, your repertoire.
I understand. Anything from contracting in the construction sphere to at one point I was doing forensic accounting for Nordstrom's. I'm 34. I've done a bunch of everything and a whole lot of nothing.
Forensic accounting for Nordstrom's?
Yeah.
Let's talk more about that later.
I watched a guy jump off a parking garage and kill himself.
Okay,
That's
all right.
all I remember from that job.
That escalated very quickly. I hope this business does as well.
Well, he was on acid.
I went to college, but I have worked in nonprofits. I've worked in the drug and alcohol treatment world, manual labor. Never really launched a business. So I'm excited to try some new things. And we're going to bring you guys along for the journey every week for the next
52 weeks.
52 weeks. That's fair. For the next 1 year, we're going to update you guys on our progress or lack thereof, whether we crush it or fall on our faces. You will get to see and hear how things are going. Give you just a quick 10 to 15 minute update on that week's progress and a little bit about what we're going to try to do in the next week. Before we jump into that, we are doing a tattoo shop. How did we get here?
Good question, Taylor.
How were you impregnated with this idea?
Yes, I'm now in the first trimester of this idea, and I would say that it came out of my frustration with my tattoo getting experience. If you're not a bombshell female or an influencer and you walk into a tattoo shop, you might be treated like a house mouse a little bit, like a thing just to take care of and get out. If that's the atmosphere that you're walking into, and here's my frustration, I'm going to use the Kurt Cobain analogy.
Yep.
I like that analogy. It's like Kurt Cobain, if he shot... Okay, what we want is not Kurt Cobain, R.I.P. What we want is Kurt Cobain, a version of him that shot less heroin and didn't have HIV. He took a shower every now and then, and his girlfriend didn't kill him. That's the version of Kurt Cobain we want, and he wouldn't be less talented. He would still be Kurt Cobain, just cleaned up a little bit. And approachable.
Yeah,
It's an okay analogy.
I like it.
All right.
And I'm with you. I like tattoo shops. I just don't think they're done well. I think there's amazing artists out there. It's just the shop around them could use a facelift. I feel like, to me, tattoo shops, they're like gas stations. I feel like most of them are dirty and unwelcoming, and I don't want to go on them, especially the bathrooms. Like tattoo shops are like gas station bathrooms.
Well, tattoo shops are like Kurt Cobain.
Either way, gas station bathrooms, Kurt Cobain, they're one and the same, really, if you think about it. So, I want to maintain kind of the grunge. I don't want to let that go, but I want to integrate a clean, crisp, welcoming environment, almost like kind of like what Buc-ee's did to gas stations, but maybe without being utterly massive. Beyond the why, just the kind of the passion for me in this is, look, I've got tattoos. My brother's a tattoo artist, one of them, and my mom is tattooed head to toe, so I can't escape this whole tattoo thing. Also, I just like the idea of creating something. We're creating a business that creates more stuff that wasn't there before. So to me, that's kind of cool.
That's fantastic, Taylor.
Thank
and
you.
Very interesting.
Thank you.
This is not a passion project for me, not even close. I'm passionate about film production, music production, things like that. The creative aspect of it is definitely an allure for me. I think that this, well, we were just talking about this, would not be happening if we didn't basically have this kinship going into it, which I think is a smooth way to get into the business plan that we're doing.
Yeah.
So there's a challenge here, right? A challenge. I would pick a different challenge if it was just me, but I've got a friend here who is interested in this thing, and he mentions his mom and his brother. But I think if he digs deeper, he's really passionate about the money.
I don't know if there is money. We'll see.
The possibility of it. If there wasn't, I don't think, I'm not sure, I think his narrative would change a little bit. But whether or not he's being completely honest, it does, for the sake of the podcast, let's pretend like that's true. Going into the business plan. Now, it's Friday. We wanted to have 40 out of the 80 pages done. Why is there 80 pages? Because I found a tattoo shop's business plan from New Jersey. I plucked it up off of Google. I threw away the red book that said how to write a business plan. I used the skeleton of that business plan. I said, all right, Taylor, we got to be 40 pages into this thing before the podcast so that we actually have something to talk about. We got to page
14, yeah. So we're kind of diving into what we've accomplished this week. The big thing, I think, was the business plan, and we heavily used another one as a template. Really, this week is we're updating on a couple of weeks because this is a couple of weeks in the works. Every week after this will just be a 1 week update, but we launched into the business plan, which we think is the right first step. We'll find out.
We're being told it is.
Right, yeah. And that's sensible. Everything after that, we'll figure out the order of operations. Mm-hmm. But we did some other stuff, man. And you did, right? Logo, name, bought the logo, talked to a website guy. I mean, what's the latest on all that stuff? Hey, there's the logo.
So paying a friend to do the graphic design or mock up the logo, paying another friend, or getting a bid on the website. There's these things that you kind of see when you start working through the business plan. God forbid we sound like we know what we're talking about. We want to tell you that we understand that knowledge is retrospective and wisdom comes from experience. So this is more like us burying ourselves in the fledgling stage where we really don't have a clue. If we haven't made that clear by now, then we're doing something wrong.
Yeah. Well, you know what Kanye West said? He said, knowledge is knowing a tomato is a fruit. Wisdom is knowing not to put that tomato in a fruit salad. So 1 week in, a couple weeks in, but looking at the last week, we set a goal of complete 50% of the business plan, which would be about 40 pages. We completed 14, so already falling short of our goals. That's okay. You're going to pick it back up next week. What's our goal next week?
It's the same goal.
Same goal. Fair enough. Get 50% of the way through the business plan. Mm-hmm. So next time we chat, hopefully we can say that we are 40 pages into this business plan, maybe more. We'll find out. There's a couple things I'd like to see happen too. I want to have I want to bring people along this journey. So I feel like the best way to do that is through social media, maybe like Instagram, Facebook.
Yeah, necessary evil, I imagine.
If marketing is a necessary evil, I would like some.
If this is what you want me to do,
some marketing. Let's feed the beast.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's the right move or not. Right? We're gonna find out in a year. This may be a totally different conversation. Right? Mm-hmm. But for now, let's get some conversation going. So we'll attack it. We'll jump into the business plan. We'll jump into some social media presence, and we'll check back in a week.
Yeah, this is Anthony and Taylor, and we are working on an outro.
Thanks for joining us. We'll catch you guys next week. Until the needle hits the skin. I'm Taylor.
And I'm Anthony.
And we are
working on the outro.